listeners. I'm Haley.
And I'm Callie. Welcome to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist,
the official podcast for the Facebook group All Things Book Related.
We're two besties who are here to share our love for unforgettable characters, unpredictable storylines, and the books we just can't put down.
From our all-time favorites to the latest releases, we're bringing you deep dives, hot takes, and maybe a little friendly disagreement.
So grab your favorite read and let's get ready for some bookish fun.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist. We are so glad that you're here with us today. We have got a super fun episode planned for you guys.
That's right. Today's episode is all about one of the best parts of reading, book boyfriends.
Yes!
We're going to gush over our personal favorites, debate who deserves top spots, and maybe throw in a little bit of heartbreak along the way.
And we have decided to take things up a notch, and we're going to be giving out awards to these book boyfriends. Think of it as the Oscars, but swoon-worthy fictional men.
I can't wait to get into it!
But before we kick things off, guys, we have got some really big news to share with you guys.
Yes, we are officially rolling out our very first merch items.
Cue the happy screams, guys. We are so excited.
Yes, seriously. We have been working on these designs for so long because we wanted to make sure they were perfect for our listeners. And when I say we, I mean Haley, because she's done all the designs.
No, we've gone back and forth. But guys, we are so excited to finally share them with you. We're going to have t-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, and even book bags. Because let's be real, you can never have too many bookish items with our name on them, especially. Yes. So if you are watching this episode now, you can see Michaela and I, we are rocking two sweatshirts from our shop so we can show y'all.
They're so cute. Mine says powered by coffee and plot twist. And then you got a little coffee mug running, his coffee spilling out of his cup. And check out the sleeve, wrong arm. My sleeve says Two Chicks and a Plot Twist, so does Haley's.
And mine says plot twists are my love language, with this cute little design in the middle.
It's so cute, and there's so many designs to pick from, and we'll be releasing more as time goes on, depending on what you guys like. Maybe we'll start some voting here and there, but we are just so pumped.
You can find our full storefront on our website, which is in our link tree on all of our socials.
And just like our podcast, we wanted our merch to feel fun, inclusive, and accessible to everyone.
Yep, that's right. And that's why no matter what size you wear, whether you're a small, a 5XL, all of our clothing items are going to be the same price across the board. I know from personal experience how frustrating it can be to go into a store when a smaller size is just like a couple dollars cheaper. And I hate that feeling, so I did not want to pass that feeling along to you guys.
Yeah, no one should have to pay extra just for being a different size. That's ridiculous. We also made sure that everything is priced fairly because we know how expensive merch can get, and we wanted to keep it as affordable as possible while still giving you high quality items.
Yep, we are so proud of these designs and we cannot wait for you guys to see them all.
Yeah, so make sure you're following us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook because we'll be dropping all the details very soon.
And of course, guys, let us know what you think. We want to hear all of your thoughts.
We are so excited. Thank you guys for all of your support. We seriously wouldn't be doing this without you.
All right, book besties, that's our big announcement. Now let's get into today's episode. Michaela, how have you been?
Busy, so busy.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up my list of things I just wanted to talk to you about. Wait, before we even get into personal lives and personal matters and things, can we just talk about Onyx Storm for a second? The release day, guys, we all saw it. We all tried to log into the Target app at 2-3 a.m. in the morning, whatever time it was. We all got booted off. What in the world? I was texting my friends are you on? It just sold out. Let's try shipping now. And then we would try shipping after the other options didn't work. I was up for an hour trying to get it to work. And then finally I was like, okay, you know what? We're just going at 5 a.m. to Target, or 6 a.m., whatever time I woke up to go. It was snowing. We're not used to snow where I'm from. So I was like, well, I hope I survive the trip to Target today. I hope I don't crash into anything.
Right.
Made it. I secured my copy. Haley got hers, thank goodness. And then one of my friends got hers. So it worked out. But do you have any Onyx Storm?
My review's up. Y'all can read it in my Goodreads or on my Instagram at Haley's.books. Same thing as McKaylee. I tried logging in, it didn't let me, so I just went to sleep. Tried for like 15 minutes. I have to work in the morning. I'm not going to keep doing this.
Oh,
And
phew.
so the next morning, I saw everyone post in our little groups here local to me about how it was sold out. I was like, oh man, this sucks. But I knew I was still going to get Barnes & Noble edition. So I called Barnes & Noble and they were like, we're going to sell out soon. And I called them at 10 in the morning when they first opened. They were like, we are going to sell out today. So I was like, can I reserve one? And they told me no. So I got on my app, and I know I can reserve an book at Barnes & Noble. Got on the app, reserved it, went to the store after work, and they're like, oh, we're sold out. And I was like, I reserved it on the app. And they got it. So the person lied to me.
Wow, they did not want you to get the book. They were trying to probably keep it for themselves. They were like, let me put it in the book. Wow. Well, I'm glad you got it. Oh my god.
Yep. And then lovely McKaylee, I just got my Target edition from her. I don't have it out, but I've got it like on the side of my bed because I'm looking at the picture still.
Man, but yeah, rest of my life has been pretty busy. I'm a maid of honor for one of my friends. I've been finalizing the details for her bachelorette party, and then we're just now getting the information for her bridal shower together, and I'm in charge of games and things.
Yeah.
And then I've been making trips, like multiple trips to my hometown in Gilmer, Texas. I'm in College Station right now, so that's a 3.5-hour trip.
Yeah.
And I had a market there, and I kind of brought it up last episode while we were talking with Kalina about I ordered 20 author copies to sell at this little pop-up market in my hometown. Well, I got 3 copies in the mail. They divided the shipment, and the other 17 just got lost, and I never got them. So I went into Hyperbole Bookstore and just bought all of the copies they had of Isle of Beasts and Shadows, and I brought that with me. I was like, okay, I just need to not be empty-handed at this point. Right. I just broke even, and it was kind of just a win-win. I got my copies, and Hyperbole got a sale. So that was kind of stressful.
Yeah.
I have begun selling blind dates with the books through our podcast. So you guys, we're also doing a giveaway for a blind date with a book. They did so well at this pop-up market that I just did, but we'll be having an online store opening soon for those. There's so many big things happening on this podcast, and I'm just so pumped. And then lots of writing and lots of editing for the novella in the Forgotten Isles saga, Isle of Lies and Legends, which comes out in June.
Yeah.
My whole day, I wake up and then I take care of my turtle and my 2 dogs. They're my children. I take care of them, and then I go to my couch and I write. Last night I was up till 3 a.m. just writing and editing. And once you start going, you just can't turn your brain off, and it's like, wait, I just need to get this done. Yeah. And also at nighttime, that's just when I do best at creative thinking anyways. But tell me about your life. That's mine.
Done anything, guys? We have just been at home. I've been working, doing school. I'm still in school. I've just been reading. I haven't even looked at the book that I'm writing because it stresses me out. But McKaylee sent me like the first 50 pages of her novella, so I'm excited to read that. But that's about it. We were supposed to get 20 inches of snow this weekend. And Edgar and I are freaking out, and we need to stock up because the last time it snowed, we didn't have anything here. We didn't have water or any food because we don't pay attention to anything. So when it snowed really bad, we had to go out in the snow and get water from the gas station by our house. And we were so scared. But we're not going to drink the water here because it's so gross. Tap water. No. So we had to brave the snow. Yeah. And so we were freaking out. We were like, oh my gosh, 20 inches of snow. That is so much. But it didn't snow. It's like 75 degrees here today. Sunny. This is the nicest day we've had in months. It feels so good.
Well, me and Christian, we Googled Amarillo. I know.
My goodness.
We Googled Amarillo, and Christian goes, oh my god, this place is so dry.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's so flat also, so you can see everything around our house.
Oh my god.
It's just, there's no hills or anything.
No, that's crazy. But if you look at Google Maps, there's a country club there or something. He goes, you can tell that's the country club.
Yeah.
Just green.
It's green. Yeah.
bright green rectangle on the map.
Yeah.
I'm like,
The
oh,
golf course.
okay.
Yeah.
And Christian's like, well, who's wasting water? Like, they've been outed. They're watering their grass, wasting water. I was like,
Christian's
oh,
gonna come up here and like complain to
the,
them.
he's the
He's
water
like, I don't even
police.
live there, but I'm so bad.
He's gonna go into the country club. Yeah. Well, that's crazy. But let's go ahead and do you have anything else you want to share?
Well, what have you been reading?
Okay. Well, this year so far, I already know I'm not going to read as nearly as many books as I did last year. At the pace I am moving, there's no way. But so far, for recent reads, I finished Onyx Storm, of course, binged that, tried to anyway, and then I am stuck in the middle of Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, which is the second book in From Blood and Ash, that series. It's because I freaking bought the graphic audio version, part 1. They released them in parts, part 1 and part 2, and I bought part 1 without realizing that part 2 doesn't release until March 6th or something. So I refused to buy the full audiobook because I've already listened to half of it through graphic audio, and so now I either have to buy the book and read it physically, is what I've told myself, just because if I buy the book, then I can put it on my shelf, or just wait until March. So right now it's looking like I'm waiting, but eventually I would like to buy the hard copy anyway, the physical copy. And then also, guys, let me tell you about this crazy book. My new man's is Kingfisher from Quicksilver. Ooh. That's what I want my book boyfriend to be. Oh my god, guys. Really? You need to pick up this book. Stop doing what you're doing. Drop it all and just pick it up. I don't know what to say about the rest of the book, but I just like him. Like, his character, book boyfriend material to a T. I love you. Let's go get married right now.
I think that's gonna be our book club read. Or, well, it is going to be. I know it is going to be. So I'm gonna read it. I'm so excited. But I finished Onyx Storm also. So good.
Oh my god.
The ending was crazy. I don't know how I'm gonna wait probably 2.5 years for the next one.
Yeah, she said she was taking a while.
She was taking a break, yeah. Because Onyx Storm, she did in, what, a year? It feels like a year?
Well, we got Iron Flame in February, right?
Yeah,
of last
probably.
year.
Yeah, February or March, so right at a year.
Yeah.
So she said she's gonna take a long break for this next one. Crazy. But I also finished the Red Queen series. Not good. Y'all can read my reviews for all the books.
Skip it. So skip her series.
I've talked about it every single episode because that's the series that people compare Powerless to. Powerless is like a copy of that. Which, I mean, to be fair, it kind of is. I read the first 3 books. There's the last one I'm not going to read. And there's 2 or 3 novellas I'm not going to read because it was just like pulling teeth. The last book I read, it was so bad. And I knew what was going to happen. So I'm not going to read this. I was like, I'm not. And just the writing wasn't very good either. You can definitely tell it was a book published in the early 2000s just because of the writing and the way the characters spoke. It just felt weird. It also felt too young for me. I don't know if that's a thing. Even though I'm in my 20s, I felt like it was too young for me to read.
Well, I mean, it was in our libraries in school. That was young adult then. Young adult now has some steamy moments, I feel. It's a lot more lenient. But earlier in the 2010s, I don't know, 2000s, I feel like it was like, okay, young adult. You can have this much flirting. You can kiss on the cheek and nothing more. Yeah.
And so I'm not going to read those books. I just Googled what happened. I finished our January book club read last week. It's The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. It was really good. It is similar to The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I know you just read that one. I really like that series, so I liked it. I listened to it. The audiobook was really good, and at the end, the narrator does an interview with the author. That was really cool, so Love
Wow,
that.
that's so unique.
I know. I love Mary.
Wow.
I talked to her because I was like, you want to come on the podcast?
Oh my gosh.
Let me nerd out for a second. I was like, I love you so much. I've read every single one of your books. I have all of them. These are all her books down here. I've got all of them. I've got an illustrated copy of one. I was like, I love you so much. And she was
love
like,
you.
I would love to, but I'm writing the second book. And I was like, that's okay. Let's connect when you're done. So it's so fun talking to your favorite authors like in DMs because I'm talking to a celebrity or like a celebrity to me.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
I see them as celebrities,
Yeah.
and then you just somehow are so magical. You can get all of them to talk to you.
I don't know.
You can get all of them to respond to you.
I have no idea.
I'm just ghosted every time. I'm like, okay, you read my message? No response?
My gosh.
Okay. Haley sends, one message. And
well, I
it's
gotta
immediate.
I talked to Evie Wood. She's a really popular author too. She's really cool. I talked to Megan Quinn. She wrote How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. She is really cool.
Wow.
I would love to talk to Sarah J. Maas, but I will know that will never happen.
That's like J.K.
but just
Rowling.
one day.
Status.
Literally.
One day. Maybe when she goes on tour or something, you can
Right.
wave at her. That'll be the extent of it.
Before we kick things off with book boyfriends, let's get back into the habit of doing quizzes every episode. I've got McKaylee this time. We are doing a book boyfriend quiz for her. You can follow along on our Instagram and on our Facebook page. This quiz will be there for you to take it also.
I'm so excited for this episode and this quiz. I
know, me too.
I got the jitters. I'm like, okay, I'm dancing. I am ready to talk
We're
about
getting
them.
to talk about like our favorite parts of books, and that's the
Dude.
men.
Literally. Chef's kiss. Gosh.
Question 1. Your ideal partner would protect you at all costs, even if it meant making tough choices, challenge you intellectually, and always have a witty comeback, worship the ground you walk on and treat you like royalty, be a little morally gray but love you fiercely.
Worship me. Of course.
Of course. Your dream date would be a cozy night in, wrapped up by the fireplace with a book, a lively debate over coffee at a hidden bookshop, a grand ball where you're the center of their attention, a thrilling adventure, maybe sneaking into a castle.
I'll take the grand ball. I was like, it's either grand
I
ball
knew
or
that.
sneaking into a castle. What to say? Yep.
Which of these traits is a deal breaker for you? Cowardice, they should never back down from a fight. Boring conversation, you need someone sharp and engaging. Indifference, you want them to be completely devoted. Or weak morals, you love a rebel, but they need a line they won't cross.
That's hard. I don't like any of them.
Right?
Why do I have to choose? Probably cowardice, I think.
Okay.
If you're not going to protect me, who will? Not myself. Fine.
What kind of tension do you love in a romance? Slow burn, enemies to lovers, forbidden romance, or dark romance?
Enemies to lovers, duh.
Of course.
Of course.
Which quote speaks to your soul? These are also good. I will find you in any lifetime. You are not just a chapter, you are my whole story. Loving you is the easiest thing I've ever done. Or I would burn the world down for you.
Between A and D, I need to take it in. I'm picturing a book boyfriend saying these things, so let me close my eyes while you say it.
Okay.
But there's just something like burning the world down for me. Do that one.
Yep.
Do that one.
Okay. You got mostly C's. C's are the devoted royal. Think Prince Cardan from The Cruel Prince. You could have got the protective warrior, which was like Rhysand, Rowan, or Hawk from Blood and Ash. Mostly B's. Oh no! Mostly B's is the clever charmer, and D is the broody anti-hero.
Well, I'm happy with Prince Cardan. I only read the first book. I haven't read the other two yet, but I do like him. You'll see.
You haven't read the other two books?
No, I got distracted.
I'm just
or
now
something.
processing that. I don't know how I didn't connect it at first.
Like,
what?
I liked it. I loved the book, but I think I just started book club books and then podcasts or whatever, and then I just never think to, oh, let me read the second book before I start a new one.
My goodness.
Yeah, my TBR, at the top of my TBR right now is finish Quicksilver. That is like my holy grail right now. And then I was either going to start Quicksilver or the first Harry Potter book. But I know, I'm like, oh. So,
Well,
but
it
then,
sounds like you picked a good one, though, because we're going to read it anyways.
I know, I was like, oh, how perfect. So, anyways, I have a list, but I will get to those eventually.
So let's get into the book of today's episode. We are going to kick it off with what makes a perfect book boyfriend for us. So, Kaylee, do you want to go first?
Yes, so I actually spent last night, maybe this episode really pushed me to stay up until 3 a.m. last night to create my perfect book boyfriend, because I wasn't even writing the novella that releases in June. I was playing with the next book, which will...
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh, no.
I was like, well, what if this scene happens? Or what if this scene happens?
Yeah.
And so I was up till just really late, just coming up with all these ideas. And I think my perfect book boyfriend would be dangerous, devoted, and so magnetic. I just want him to have this dark charisma and like a roguish kind of confidence. And I just want him to like, walk the line between menace and allure and have that smirk that we all like.
Yes.
He's up to something, but you don't know exactly what it is. I just want him like a face that looks like it'll just promise both trouble and temptation. And I just want him to like be emotionally guarded, yet super protective, and just a morally gray force of nature, and just follows his own code, sparing no mercy for those who cross him, and just treasuring the ones he chooses to hold dear. And so I like the idea of him being possessive without being controlling, just really drawn to strength, and then just when he loves, it's with a passion that borders on the worship that we were talking, you know, in my little handy dandy quiz. But what about you? I could go on all day.
I know, me too. Hear me out, guys. If I were to build the most perfect book boyfriend, he would be brooding, morally gray, and definitely like the enemies to lover trope for me. I do not want him to be nice and easygoing. I want this person to be super complicated, mysterious, and really close to being a villain in the story. This is the type of guy that would stab you in the back in one chapter, and the next one he would want to protect you with his life. Bonus points if he has a tragic backstory. I know that's bad. I know. But it makes for a good story.
No, it does. I mean, it's obviously worked. So please, give us more tragedy. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I'm so excited. The Book Boyfriend Awards are here. We have our results, you guys. I don't know. I feel like we might have some arguing to do here.
No, do we?
I don't know. But
I wonder if we have any of the same answers, because I haven't read yours yet.
Well, I tried not to look at your answers. So I don't know either. So if we gotta battle it out for any of these awards, defend your mans, okay? Because I'll defend mine too.
So the first one that we have is our Mr. Perfectly Written Award. This is the book boyfriend we both think is absolute perfection. Who do you got, McKaylee?
Well, when I saw this question and I saw that award, of course the first human fae that comes in my head is Rhysand from ACOTAR. Like, I just think so many girls swoon over him, and I just feel like he's the blueprint for the perfect book boyfriend. He's just powerful, protective, respectful, and just so devoted, and he treats Feyre as his equal, gives her the freedom to make her own choices, and just worships the ground she walks on. Key point for me. He's dark and alluring, but also he's kind of soft when it matters, and he did make me angry in Silver Flames, but I will give him a pass for that because that book was written in Nesta's perspective. But aside from that, I do think he's to a T perfect book boyfriend material. But come on, give me yours.
My favorite series of all time. I will take the book. Throne of Glass. Love, love, love. So it has to be someone from Throne of Glass.
We're battling.
McKaylee's got her whole series in her hands.
to say, Rhysand is in every single one of these.
Mine will have to be Dorian from Throne of Glass. He is charming, powerful, and he has this perfect mix of sweet and deadly that just hits differently. Honestly, he could unleash his raw magic on me anytime, and I would say thank you. I'll be back.
I'll be back for more later.
I'll be back. Dorian is the type of book boyfriend that grows on you with every page. Perfect. No notes for him. Love him.
I don't know. I feel like he would have been a contender for me had he had more romantic scenes.
Girl,
but
him and Manon, are you kidding me?
It wasn't rushed, but
Right.
it just only happened at the end of the series. So it might just have to do with the fact that they're not the main character, Aelin is.
That.
So
right.
maybe in my head, I'm just like, let me push you aside, let me choose my Rhys man. But I don't know.
I get that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Rhys is more perfect.
Whatever. No way. Rhys was bad in Silver Flames. We just talked about this 2 or 3 episodes ago, and you agree, and we agreed with each other that he was bad in Silver Flames.
But he gets a pass. We said the book is written in Nesta's perspective, so he gets a pass in my eyes. But he did make me mad in that book. Yeah. Moving on, we're gonna fight later after the episode. Meet me in the parking lot, Haley. Okay. All right. So our Knight in Shining Armor award, I literally have the perfect one for this. This is the most protective or selfless book boyfriend. And I will go first. Mine.
Okay, go ahead, McKaylee.
Mine is Hawk from Blood and Ash.
You have not even finished this series. McKaylee, what if he turns bad or something in the next book?
No, I feel that he won't.
Oh my gosh.
No, but let me find a page with your name on it and let me give you a kiss. So well written. I just love him. I texted Haley as I was reading the book. I was like, how have you not read this book yet? You would absolutely love it. But Hawk is so just well written and he's got so much story. And I'm like, who's the main character? This chick or you?
Yeah.
But he's just the ultimate protector. He's just willing to burn the world for Poppy, whether he's shielding her in battle or standing between her and danger or making sure that she knows she's loved.
Yeah.
He just really puts her above everything. Even when his motives are morally gray, his devotion is just unwavering. So beat that, Haley.
I'm literally about to. My Knight in Shining Armor is Xaden from Fourth Wing, especially after we just read Onyx Storm and we've learned so much about him and how this book ends. Okay, sure, Xaden's Shining Armor might be more of dark, brooding sarcasm and morally gray decisions, but this is exactly why I think he deserves this award. He is so protective over Violet. I couldn't say it.
Who?
Violet. But he's also annoyingly smart, which I love, and he has this sort of I'll burn the whole world down for you and just act like he doesn't care about it. And I don't know, he's just so good. I won't see him charging into a battle on a horse. It'll be on a dragon, so that makes it 10 times better.
Yeah. I can see dragon
Xaden
beating horse. Yeah.
This episode's just gonna be us laughing the whole time.
Just making fun of each other's answers. I was say I can't talk too much crap because I think he's on my list. I can't remember, but
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
But he's not that award, okay? Anyways.
Our next one is Most Swoon-Worthy Lines Award, the book boyfriend who has the best quotes or declarations of love.
Go ahead, Haley.
I said Rhysand for this one. He deserves this one. I will give him that in the ACOTAR series.
Yes. ACOTAR. I got the whole thing pulled out ready.
The way he just speaks to Feyre about his love for her is just heart-melting. I love it so much. There's this quote that I love for him, and he tells Feyre, "You are my salvation." Who says that? Are you kidding me? so good. He is just so poetic, thoughtful, and it makes you feel like you're the most important person.
Wow. I think I just broke my chair. Wow. So, for me,
I see your next answer, and your next answer is so wrong. But whatever.
Okay. Our characters come from the same author.
Yeah.
I believe Mr. Swoonworthy is Mr. Hunt from Crescent City. I got all these bad boys. I got my whole series here in my hands. And I think Hunt, he just knows how to deliver just the perfect Swoonworthy line. It just hits you right in the heart. He's protective. You know, he's got all this growly devotion to Bryce, and just the way he looks at her, it just feels like she's his whole world, and every moment with him is just steeped with like longing and love. Whether he's whispering sweet nothings or making devastating promises, he knows how to make us melt. And just the fact that he's his fallen angel, and he's like,
oh, yeah.
I have a dark history. I was in the war once.
I was the general of the war. I commanded the army.
So yes, I love my mans. And by the way, this is my Crescent City series. Physical series. And if you are watching the video, I won these in a giveaway. They only sent me 2 painted ones. And they never sent me the third, so I had to buy it separately.
Boo.
So, anyways, continue. Or I guess I will. I will announce the next award, everyone.
Okay, go.
So, the next award is our Bad Boy Gone Soft award. So, this award goes to the morally gray love interest who had the best redemption arc.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'll go first.
Yes,
My
go ahead.
one is Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter, but specifically the Manacled fanfiction, not the actual series. It has to be the fanfiction. The Draco that we see in Manacled is so wildly different than the actual Harry Potter series, but he is just a whole different level of swoon-worthy. He starts off as this kind of cold, aloof character, but throughout the story, he softens in the most heart-melting way. He starts becoming just this caring, protective character, and it's like watching a bad boy turn good, just in the best way possible. The way he shows vulnerability and dedication to the person he loves. Chef's Kiss, so good.
I thought he was always the bad guy. Not that I've ever read the books or really paid attention to the movies, but he was always the bully. So I'm like,
yeah.
He's so rude.
But in Manacled, he's so different. I love him.
Oh my gosh.
And they're turning Manacled into an actual book. It's called Alchemized, I think. And I've already pre-ordered it, so I'm so excited to read it. Even though it's probably going to be the same exact story, but like with different characters.
On your shelf, and it'll be perfect. I will say that I think I saw that one TikTok. It's like burned in my memory. It's Ron and Hermione. I think it was Ron. Hermione was dancing with him. And then the animation pauses. And then over Ron's shoulder.
Oh my God, I know what you're talking about. I think you tagged me in this.
Yes. And it's him, Draco, whatever his name is. He's over here in this dark corner, and he kind of glances at her. And then he disappears. The music stops. I'm like, oh. Well, anyways, for me, my Bad Boy Gone Soft award, which I have not finished this book yet, but I had to put him on my list because I'm like totally obsessed right now. After this episode ends, when we're done recording, I have to go finish the book because I just gotta. But it goes to Kingfisher from Quicksilver. I just think he's the epitome of a morally gray anti-hero. Dude's whole kingdom hates him. And they're scared of him. And I'm like, whoa, what happened? And he, explains and everything. But he just earns his way back to redemption. And he just starts off as this ruthless, dangerous force. He's actually like an animal because he has to contain it. Oh.
Yeah.
Spoiler corner, like, not there yet. So, anyways. But his love softens him in just a way that it feels earned. He really earned everything back. All of his, love and stuff. But anyways, he just never loses his edge, and he chooses love over destruction as the story goes on. So that is just what makes his whole transformation just so satisfying. So he is really going from animalistic
Mm-hmm.
to someone caring, and I'm like, oh, give
I
it to
can't
me.
wait to read it.
Yes. Anyways, would you like to announce our next award?
Yes. Our next one is our Golden Retriever Energy Award. This is the sweetest and most wholesome book boyfriend. So good. I will go, I guess.
Yeah,
And that
go ahead.
is
Go ahead.
Ron Weasley from the Harry Potter series. But before we hit record on here, I was talking to Callie about how I loved Ron, and Michaela was like, "Ugh, but everyone doesn't like him." And I said, Michaela, people make fun of him because he's poor. And Michaela was like, oh. I think that Ron is just the definition of a loyal boyfriend, and he has so much support for Hermione in the Harry Potter series. He's always there for Harry and their little golden trio. Even when things get rough or he's feeling unsure of himself, he always goes back to his best friends. He's kind of that like big clumsy guy with just a really big heart, kind of goofy and lovable, but just the best way possible. So good.
You know, all I can think of is me playing Lego Harry Potter, and the only thing Ron Weasley can do is summon this rat. And I'm like, what the heck, my dude? Be more useful than this. I probably didn't do good on my one, because I had to play as him. I was like, gosh dang it, your stupid rat is affecting my gameplay. Well, anyways, for me, I think Haley will disagree just because she hasn't read the books, and I don't know. I don't think you've watched the movie, but it ends with us and it starts with us. Golden Retriever Energy Award definitely goes to Atlas here. We got, of course, our abuser in It Ends With Us. Atlas really steps in. He is the epitome of nice guy and what she deserves, and takes her in and takes care of her, and it's just the literal sweetest. So when I saw this award, already in my head, I know exactly, I don't even have to think about that one. Because for me, I don't see a lot of golden retriever energy because we are in our enemies to lover era all the time, 24/7, probably will never go away.
Yes.
So yes, I feel like I might have had limited options to choose from, but definitely for me, Atlas is the go-to for this one.
Yeah, I still haven't read, I still haven't watched, but I do watch all of the like TikTok lawyers talk about the case on TikTok, so I'm definitely in the loop about that.
You're just in like the real world. Get back into the book world, Haley. Go read it. Go watch it. You just need to know for pop culture, you know.
I know.
Do it. I think it's free. It's on Netflix now, I think. So,
yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead to our next award, which is the Hot Mess Express Award.
Yeah.
The book boyfriend we love, even though he's chaotic, flawed, or downright frustrating. So, for me, I believe Cassian from ACOTAR gets this award. I think he is the definition of chaotic, messy, and sometimes, let me just haul out my whole box set of ACOTAR here. But he's just sometimes deeply frustrating, but we love him for it. He's really powerful, loyal, and completely unfiltered, saying whatever comes to mind. He is the ultimate himbo with a heart of gold. Always down for a fight, but just as ready to hold you when you fall apart. And I mean, we all saw it in Silver Flames. Yeah. To a T. It's all right here within these pages. And I started like re-listening to like some clips from the audiobook because I saw a picture or something or a meme, and I was like, wow, Cassian really is limbo. What in the world? He's like a barbarian.
Yeah.
But anyways, who does this award go to for you?
My last award goes to Rune from the Crescent City series. I love him so much, and he is basically the definition of a beautiful disaster. He makes questionable choices. He has this chaotic bad boy energy, and he's carrying all this emotional baggage, which I love, which I said at the beginning. I love a tragic backstory.
Character development.
I love him so much because he is also just loyal, protective, and he has a perfect mix of vulnerability and also being broody. I just also love that he's just this big party boy energy, just does whatever he wants to. So, love him.
Yeah, I just hate his haircut. He didn't make my list. It was the haircut.
I don't picture him with that haircut or like any piercings. I picture
Oh,
him
yeah.
just like normal face.
Yeah. See, I just got the ick. Like, when you
I got
said
the
that.
ick with Cassian. He has a man bun. I get that ick.
I don't pick. Yeah, I guess the half up, half down look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think he's perfect for Nesta. So.
Yeah. Well, our last ones are honorable mentions. These are just quick shout outs to other book boyfriends we could not fit into our awards.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
I will go first. So, for me, this one, I have two. Zayden Ryerson, Fourth Wing. We got him in Fourth Wing. We got him in Iron Flame. We got him in Onyx Storm. He gets crazier and crazier every book. He's just the ultimate broody protective rebel with a sharp mind and an even sharper tongue. His loyalty is just slow burn intensity and unwavering devotion just make him so unforgettable. So he is mine. And then my second one goes to my baby shadow daddy Asriel.
Yeah.
He's a man of few words, but he is my man of few words. And he's just the ultimate brooding, mysterious love interest who he really deserves his own book. So come on, Sarah J. Maas, let it out.
Yep. Give
I
us
don't know
what
what I'm
we
gonna
want.
do. Yes, I'm gonna have to buy a whole new box set that includes that book so they all fit in the same box.
I'm gonna have to buy. I think, remember when we were talking a long time ago about how I bought like the international version of House of Flame?
It's
I'm
different
gonna
sizes.
have to buy like the international version of whatever next book is for ACOTAR.
Oh my
'Cause I
gosh.
will not buy a hardcover if it doesn't match my paperbacks. I won't do it.
Oh, that's so true. Wow. I do have paperbacks, and I didn't think about that.
So you're gonna have to either buy the international version in paperback, and it's like $30, $40, so expensive, or you've got to wait like, what is it, 6 months to a year for a paperback? It's so crazy.
Why do they do this? They know that they probably profit more on the hardback. Ugh, gosh dang. Well, anyways, what are your honorable mentions?
I've got two also. I've got Rowan from Throne of Glass. He is the ultimate Fae warrior with a heart of gold. And honestly, he could be on any of these lists, but had to save him for the end. And then Kai from Powerless. I really like him. We don't know how his story's gonna end because we haven't gotten the next book yet. It comes out in April. But right now, he is just a really big softie with some crazy serious strength. I just love him. They didn't get awards, but they still have a nice little place in my heart.
You know, while we were reading that Powerless series, I just I don't know, there's something about Kit. Like, I think I'm a Kit girl. I think I told y'all this a long time. Or maybe I just told Carly, and Carly was like, what?
What?
But,
no.
I don't know. I love Kit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because he's actually a bad guy. Spoiler. Yeah. Hope you watched it. But, read it, not watched. But, I don't know.
Yeah, I like Kit, but it's just like, he hasn't done anything. He just sounds boring. He's just a prince in his little daddy's castle. He's just gonna stay there, telling his brother to bring back Payton. I couldn't remember her name for a second.
I guess so. Maybe I just like that he's a bad guy and he looks good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, guys, that's a wrap on today's episode. We hope that you enjoyed hearing our thoughts about our book boyfriends. We would love to hear what you thought about this episode, so send us a message or comment on our socials.
Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting us. If you're interested in being a guest on our podcast, check out our Instagram or Facebook page at 2 Chicks and a Plot Twist. There's a sign-up form in our link tree. From our link tree, you can also visit our website, sign up for our email newsletter, and check out our brand new merch.
Follow me on Instagram at Haley's.books.
And you can follow me on Instagram at McKaylee Daniels.
Join us for our next episode. We are going to be doing a discussion about Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. So excited. I've got like 3 pages worth of theories, so I cannot wait to blow McKaylee's ear off with all my theories.
And I can't wait to hear them. And you can expect a podcast episode from us every Thursday. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.